What's happening, fam? L.A.R movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father. At Amazon, Kindle or Create Space. A link will be in the description box below. As usual, this video is entitled Fighting Everyone Except Your Demons. So what I'm talking about is, some people have a propensity to be at odds with everything in the world. And they can point the finger at what's wrong with everything in the world. And they can get into it and fight for everything in the world that they feel is on their hearts. But what they can't fight is their own demons. And a lot of times it's projection, because instead of fighting their self and their internal demons, they project their demons out to the world. And then they fight all these individuals that are their demons that they use as a scapegoat to personify what's wrong. What do I mean by that? For some of y'all, you might not be a good person. You might have bad qualities, and you know that you have some snake tendencies, right? So instead of bettering yourself or becoming a better person, or shaping and changing your moral compass, what you do is, if you're a liar, game recognize game. When you recognize another liar, you'll fight that liar. You'll do what it takes to expose that liar. You'll do what it takes to destroy that liar over there. And you'll go above and beyond, the call of duty to get it done. But what you won't do is stop being a liar. So you fought this person for something, for being something that you are, but you won't fight yourself to stop doing it. You could be a master of a lot of things, but you're a master of nothing if you don't master yourself. So what I mean is, you project out to the world. You're living a facade. You're living a lie. You can't look at your own reflection in the mirror, and you can't look yourself in the eye. You're not proud of what you see. So if you think somebody is a criminal, but you're really a criminal, but you're hiding your criminal mentality behind your look, your status, your job title, your family. And you're so busy pointing at these criminals out in the world when you're doing the exact same thing, or maybe worse than them, because you don't want people to look at you, because you don't have, and when you say these people don't have an excuse to be criminal minded, then that goes double for you, because you definitely don't have an excuse to be criminal minded, because you have all of these advantages that you say these other people are using as excuses. So you fighting them, and they're the bad guy. We got to put them away. We got to lock them up. We got to make sure we got to demonize these people. We got to marginalize these people. But you never stop being a criminal. For anybody who watched TV series, Dexter had no problem putting people in jail and quote unquote, solving crimes and killing people at the same time. Just saying. He'd kill his own, right? Because he come to find out he was the real criminal, but he didn't want the criminal, he didn't want to face the criminal consequences. Kind of like that scene from Cesario with Benicio del Toro when he rode up on the the boss's family when they was eating dinner at night. You know, the guy killed. You know, his wife and kid had been killed already, and it turned him into a monster, right? So the other guy, the boss, when he's in his house, he's sitting at the table eating with his wife and his 2 sons. And the boss is like, well, you just like me, what I did, it wasn't personal, but it's like, well, personal for me. Then he tells the guy, don't kill me in front of my boys, basically. Benicio was like, okay, fine. Shot the 2 boys and the wife. And then the same guy that was, that can put off, he could be so comfortable pointing at everybody he was serving drugs to and everybody he was killing, and everybody he was destroying, and his excuse was the American government taught him, which they did. When it came to his doorstep, when he saw himself, since he never dealt with his own demons, Benicio del Toro was his demon that he had to deal with. And then he went from being a hard gangster when he saw his wife and kids shot in front of him. Nobody cares. You slept good. You slept like a baby at night when you was killing other people's family, throwing little girls in acid and shit. Like, why would people have sympathy for you? There are people who want to be successful, but they want to cheat and cut corners and manipulate. But they don't want to face the fact that they don't want to work hard. So instead of facing that, they spin an argument so people can hate the people who actually work hard and achieve things. Like, check this out. Terrell Owens should be in the Hall of Fame, right? He should have been in the Hall of Fame by now. By his accomplishments alone. But because people don't like him because they don't like something about his personality, they wanted to take away all of his hard work, all of his accomplishments, all of his all of his earned accolades that are coming to him after it's all over. Because deep down they're just jealous and they don't like him. But they can't say that they're jealous and don't like him. All they can say is, he doesn't deserve anything. But on the flip side of that, there are people who've done way worse things than Terrell Owens that y'all gonna let in the Hall of Fame. And with this Ballot of the Hall of Fame out right now, if Randy Moss gets in before Terrell Owens, I'm saying y'all hypocrites. If Ray Lewis gets in before Terrell Owens, y'all hypocrites. It is what it is. It is what it is. But you won't face your own demon of being a hypocrite, because when people say they want people to be the underdog and come from the bottom and work their way to the top and pull themselves up by their bootstraps, while they've been cutting corners and making deals and manipulating their way to the top, they can't face the demon that they're not that underdog. They're actually the guy who shouldn't be there because he manipulated his way to the top and took the underdog spot that worked harder than him. So what did he do? He pointed his hatred towards a real underdog that achieved. Because you want to fight the world because you don't want to fight your own demons. Same thing with these politicians who hate gay people so much and then turn around and they gay. These family right fighters who are adulterers and cheaters and swingers. These Blue Lives Matter people who don't say nothing when white people kill cops. You know, these Me Too people who are not gonna, who will never bring up all of the women who've been molesting children for the last couple of years. Not these guys who've been being pricks and assholes for the last 40 years that y'all never said nothing about. Now y'all bringing stuff up. But y'all letting these women off the hook currently for sleeping with teenagers. You know, because once again, you know, you'll fight the whole world, but you won't fight your own demons. You know, all of these liberal social justice warriors that when people point out their hypocrisy, they turn and become just as vicious as the conservatives and tell you to shut up and sit down because they were speaking for you, but you never asked them to speak for you. They were just using you, and you knew it. And when you said it, they're like, nah. You know, these type of things. You know, people don't want to admit that they are they'll fight the whole world, but not that person in the mirror. And unfortunately, people go to their graves like that. You know, you overly religious people who God gonna forgive you every Sunday. But you know, as you break every commandment, everybody else in the world is the problem, because you can find a verse in the Bible that excuses your sin. But when you find out people who are not in the church like you are better human beings than you can't take that, can you? You turn into, what is that, the devil when he was talking to God about Job. Let me sabotage his life and see if he still loves you. But you're a good person somehow, right? So, you know, this is my opinion on, you know, fighting everyone but your own demons. So, peace.